When I was researching women and Saudi Arabia as keywords, I have seen some articles describe Saudi Arabia as the worst place to be a woman. I'm very astonished as I explore further. So today, I would like to acknowledge women's unfair treatment in Saudi Arabia. Gender roles in Saudi society come from local culture and interpretations of Islamic law. According to the Encyclopedia of Human Rights, two key notions in Islamic legal theory that are mobilized to curtail women's rights in Saudi are sex segregation and women's alleged lack of capacity. Sex segregation, which keeps wives, sisters, and daughters from contact with stranger men, follows from the extreme concern for female priority and family honor. Social events are largely predicated on the separation of men and women. Women who are seen socializing with a man who is not a relative can be harassed by the police, even charged with committing adultery, fornication, or prostitution. Women's alleged lack of capacity, which is the basis of necessity of a male guardian, whose permission must be granted for marriage and divorce, travel, education, employment, opening a bank account, elective surgery, and etc. But it should be noticed, women's rights have been incrementally extended in recent years, accounting for some facts. Girls have not always been able to go to school. Enrollments at the first school for girls began in 1955. The Riyadh College of Education, the first higher education institution for women, opened in 1970. At the start of the 21st century, women could get personal ID cards for the first time. The cards are the only way for them to prove who they are. IDs were only issued with the permission of a woman's guardian, though, and to the guardian instead of directly to the woman. Only in 2006 were women able to get IDs without permission. In 2009, King Abdullah appointed the first female minister to Saudi Arabia's government. She became the deputy education minister for women's affairs. Saudi Arabia agreed to allow female athletes to compete on the national team for the Olympics in 2012 for the first time. In Saudi Arabia 2015 municipal elections, women were able to vote and run for office for the first time. On September 26, 2017, Saudi Arabia announced that women would soon be allowed to drive, starting June 2018. They will no longer need permission from their male guardian to get a driver's license and won't need their guardian in the car when they drive. On October 29, 2017, the country's General Sport Authority announced that women would be allowed into sport stadiums for the first time. However, women in Saudi Arabia still have a long way to go, since their public behavior is still severely restricted. For instance, mix freely with members of opposite sex, and appear in public without wearing a full-length black abaya. Battles about women's rights are always tough, not only in Saudi Arabia. It risks a lot for women who are brave to fight for themselves. Every one of us is an independent individual, and we have the capability to do whatever we like. I believe that one day the perseverance and courage of Saudi women eventually will lead them to regain what they deserve, get rid of abaya, and break loose from tradition.